Hey, I'm going to show you real quick how to achieve what you're trying to do. I'll show you real quick down here. I'm just kind of logging the selected IDs for each of these items so you can see how it works. So let me show you real quick what I've got. I have a database connection set up. It's just returning an array of objects, which are teams with an ID and a name. And then I have a fetch on my screen, and I am pulling in those teams. And then inside the fetch, I have a list. I'm passing the top level response from that fetch into the list as the data. Then inside the list, for each row in the list, I've got a view with a checkbox row. And then for the checkbox row, for the label, I'm passing it the name of my team. And for the data source, I'm just leaving all that unset right here. And then for the on check, I am, okay, actually, let me show you. I've created one variable, one screen variable called selected IDs, and it's a number array type, and the default value is an empty array. Okay, so back to where we were. On the checkbox, there are three of these triggers. On check, we're going to set the variable. So we're basically going to say we're going to set selected IDs to selected IDs, but then we're going to transform that array and append the ID. So basically what we're saying is take the existing selected IDs array and then append the ID of the item in the list to that. And that's where you get this action right here. So every time we click on one of these checkboxes, you can see it appends the ID of the item from our backend onto the array. Okay, so that's the first half of it, right? We've got it. We've got the IDs populating into an array, which obviously you can then post that array to your backend. And then on uncheck, this is the only place that we need some custom code to actually remove the item from the list. So I have a function here, just a simple function to remove ID from the list, and I'm accepting two parameters: selected IDs, which is going to be the array. So I'm basically just passing that variable in, selected IDs. And actually, since it's a screen variable, you don't even need to do that. But and I'm also passing in the ID to remove, and then just doing this little bit of code here, which filters out any like the matching ID. So I'll copy this so I can share it in the community. Okay, and so basically then on uncheck, I'm running this function here, remove ID from list, and then I'm passing it in the selected IDs array, which is our screen variable. And then the ID to remove, I'm passing it the ID from the list item. And I've assigned the result name to new select IDs. So that's the updated array. And then I'm just setting our selected IDs to the new array. And that's literally all there is to it. So, and then with this variable that you've got, selected IDs, when you're done, when the user's done selecting whatever they want, this array will be populated with IDs of all the records that they selected. So then you can send that array to your backend and then have all the IDs to handle however you need to. Okay, hopefully that helps and makes sense. Let me know. Thanks.